Okay, well, my name is Charles Minkin. I'm a professor in our Bachelor of Business Administration program. I'm also a program coordinator. I mean, we normally have two types of students. One is our high school graduates, graduates from the secondary school system. Sometimes we also have graduates who went to different institutions, other larger universities than, say, Sheridan might be. But graduates have to have an interest in, or a skill rather, with some mathematical skills, okay? Because in business, there's a lot of accounting, a lot of finance, a lot of logic in business. So just numerical skills are very important when we do research analysis, those types of things. So if you're not interested, or if you don't have those kind of skills, it could be tough to do well in this program. Other than that, I think an interest in business and a business career is what you really need. I mean, and they vary quite a bit. We have a degree in accounting, a degree in finance, marketing management, human resource management, and supply chain management. And one of the nice things about our degrees is that even though you select a major in the first couple of years, because there's a common core element to all these programs, you can actually change your mind. So if you decide to, say, join for accounting, but a year later you figure I'd rather do marketing or something else, then you can make that switch without really penalizing yourself in terms of how long it's going to take you to graduate. As long as you make that decision within the first year and a half, then there's not really a problem. In terms of how do you decide to be an accountant or a marketing person, you have to have a bit of a vision as to what you like to do in life. If you like to sell products or promote products or write plans for products, you have an interest in social media, those types of things, then marketing might be a good choice. If on the other hand you're very analytical and you're driven by numbers and you like reporting numbers and analyzing numbers, then accounting obviously is a good direction as well. So having some vision of where you want to go is important when you make your selection. But remember, you have time, because once you join our program, if you change your mind, once you get exposed to business courses, then you can still change. A number of years ago, when we looked at expanding our degree programs, the research we did of the Canadian market and international markets told us that those are the areas that over the long haul employment opportunities look pretty solid. So really we're trying to develop programs for where the jobs are. At Sheridan, the classrooms are small. So our classes range from 20 to 40 students, and they're never bigger than that. So we don't have the big lecture halls like many universities have, so you're never in a class of 300 or 500. So the advantage of this is that, first of all, you get to know your fellow students very well. You get to learn how to work together, how to help each other, but you also get to know your professors very well. So you're not just 1 out of 300, in which case nobody's ever going to remember your name. But in our classrooms, professors know their students' names. They have office hours. You can interact with them during class and after class. So it's quite a different atmosphere than a typical university. The sort of standard example I give is for every hour of class, you have to expect at least 1 hour to work outside of class. But so if you have 15 or 20 hours a week of classes, it's a 30 to 40 hour a week work week. So it's a full-time job, basically. But I think also that in our case, there's a difference between how we go about our work in our classrooms versus, say, that in many other countries. In Canada, and especially at Sheridan, a lot of our studying is of an applied nature. So not only do we teach you the theory, or the textbooks, etc., we have you involved in projects, sometimes with real customers, to apply your knowledge so that you develop those, what I call applied research skills, as well as strong problem-solving skills that come out of that investigatory work. So applying the work, working in teams, working on projects, as much as doing exams. So students are engaged all the time. They don't just come to class to listen to lectures. They come to class to be engaged in the work, to interact with other students, interact with their faculty. So we basically ask students to take ownership of their learning, but then we help them in doing so. So I think in the end that makes a stronger graduate than if we did it the other way. All BBA students during the 4-year have one co-op or internship, as we call it, as part of the program. It's a compulsory part of graduation, and everybody is entitled to it. Actually needs to complete it. The requirement to go out on a co-op work term for those students is that they have to be in good standing, which means we have a certain average grade that is expected. And also the fact you have to have completed all your courses up to a certain point. Having said that, the students also have the opportunity to ask to do more co-ops, work terms. Now that becomes more competitive. Those students with the higher grades will be selected to do that. So you can do as many as 4 co-ops, but to do more than one is more competitive. But it's still available to you. So the co-op work experience adds so much to the overall program that it makes you much more employable at the end of the day. It allows you to apply the skills that you learn at school in a real life environment. You're doing real work, and also it allows you on your resume afterwards to show you have actual work experience. And in our society, work experience really counts. New graduates that have some work experience do tend to get jobs quicker or better jobs than those that don't. Well, it's interesting. I have 3 students from the Ukraine in my program right now, and they are doing very well. 2 students are in 2nd year. They're actually the one student, Katerina, who is my top student last year. So she's very good. And Vladimir is very good as well. And we have another Katerina in 1st year right now, and she's settling in just fine also. She just arrived in Canada a few months ago. So yes, we seem to be known by at least 3 people in the Ukraine and their families, and hopefully many more.